It doesn't matter if you've spent tens of thousands of dollars on your ceremony. Ultimately, it's the people who are there that make or break your big day. If you want to make sure your wedding day is filled with laughter and joy instead of regret and angst and arguments, then be sure to watch this video, like and subscribe, and look up my blog too. It has downloadables, things like that. Look, the first thing that you need to do is make 2 lists. 2, your A list and your B list. Now your A list is reserved for the bridegroom, groom, bride, whatever your situation is, the 2 folks who are getting married. And then if you're having a wedding party, whoever's in your wedding party, their dates, and then, you know, immediate family, if you're having siblings, those kinds of things. If you need help organizing your wedding guest list, I have a link to the Google Sheet that I used for my wedding down in the description below. When you're booking vendors, you may notice in some of the contracts that some of them stipulate that you have to pay for them to eat. So, with that being said, you'll want to factor in your officiant and any vendors that you plan on feeding into your guest list count that will be submitted to the caterers. Another thing you don't want to forget, you also want to make sure that you account for any children that your guests are going to be bringing. Even if the person you're inviting isn't married, you never know what's going to happen between today and the day that you get married. And most people don't want to go to weddings by themselves. I don't know about you. I like to have a good time, but I don't like to be at a table with 7 people hardly spoken to. It's awkward. It's uncomfortable. As you start to hear back from your A list, then you can start to send out your B list invites on a rolling basis. You'll want to give yourself a little wiggle room, so try to send your invitations a few weeks, maybe even a month, earlier than you had anticipated. This will allow you enough time to pivot, and you also won't be stuck with a bill for a bunch of people who didn't show up at the last minute. It's hard to be in a situation where people are asking you if they're coming, or you're having to justify your decisions to maybe your in-laws. So try your best to keep your list private, and if you do need some help navigating some of those difficult, murky, confrontational waters, be sure to check out my next video.